Alright folks, SoloGamer here, and let's start playing Elder Sign. Now first thing you got to do in any game of Elder Sign, you got to draw a Mythos card. Alright, and the Mythos card has two parts. The top part happens now. It says, Strange Sights, a monster appears. Well, that's great. So let's go ahead and make a monster appear. So we'll pick a monster out of the monster cup. Monster bag in this case. And we'll put it on this little white thing right here, and this looks like a this is a formless spawn. So we put it on this card right here. And then it says, let me get those card. The next time the clock strikes midnight, all investigators lose 2 sanity. Well, that's a very terrible card. So the next time the clock strikes midnight, we will all lose 2 sanity. Now, Jeannie Barnes here, she's going to go first, and she's going to pick a card to try to do. Now, if I do this card right here, there's special rules for it. It says, entry, 2 monsters appear. That stinks. But it's not a hard card. It just has a scroll, but then you put 2 monsters on there, and they're going to be tough to beat. And this card right here is a possibility. And if we win, we get an Elder Sign and a spell. But this little arrow right here means we have to do these in order. So I have to do this one first, then these 2, and then these 2. Alright, well, Jenny's got the red die here, or dynamite here, so we're going to go ahead and use this card. And she's going to get the red die. And we're just going to get our die here. Roll them. And let's see, we got, do we have 3 investigation? Yes, we do. We have 3 investigation right here. So we're going to take that, put that on there. And we get to roll all our die again that we have left. And we're looking for 2 skulls this time. And we got it. 2 skulls right here. Alright. Now, all we need is 2 scrolls. So we're going to roll our die here. And have 2 scrolls. And we got 1 scroll. Okay, now what she can do is she has a spell here called Astral Travel, where I could take one of those dice and stick it there. Okay, we're going to take this red die and stick it on that card. Now, because we didn't roll 2 scrolls, we didn't work successful on that one, we have to get rid of one of the die. So we get rid of one of the die, and we're just left with 2. Every time you fail on a roll to get what you want, you have to lose a die. But all we need now is 1 more scroll, because we locked in that red die. And we didn't get it. Alright, so now we got 1 die left. And let's hope we can get this scroll. And we didn't get it, so that's garbage. So we failed. So we lost. She lost her spell here. And now she has to, that was a costly loss. She has to lose 2 health, and she has to put a doom token on the doom track. So okay, we'll put 1 doom token on the doom track here. And she lost 2 health, which brings her down to 2. And we can't forget Shudde Mell's world crackling thing. When an investigator fails an adventure, discard that adventure or other world card and do not replace it. So we got to get rid of this, and we will not replace it. So now we are down to 5 cards. And now we're going to do Vincent Lee's turn. Vincent Lee here, where should he go? Well, you know what? Vincent Lee's going to go for this card right here, Haunted by a Shadowy Figure. And it has a special thing on there that says Terror. If you roll a terror die, a monster appears. Now what that means is if you roll a terror die but you are not successful in your roll, then a monster appears. But we obviously have to roll a terror die here to be successful. So Vincent's going to use his lantern. And that's going to let him add the yellow die. So he's going to roll, and we need a terror. And we got one. Okay? We got a terror and a skull. Now since there's no arrow on this one right here, he can complete this task in any order. So we're going to take the terror and the skull and put that right there. So now all we need is one terror. And he's going to roll die. And we got plenty of terrors. So he puts a terror here, and plus he has to lose 1 sanity to beat this monster. So he loses 1 sanity, which leaves him down to 4. But he did beat this monster. He gets to keep this monster as a trophy, and he gets to keep this card as a trophy, but he also gets the rewards. He gets an Elder Sign. So we're going to take an Elder Sign here, and we're going to put one right here. We'll put it above it, so there's 1 Elder Sign on there. So we need 11 more. He gets a unique item, and this one's going to be a red die. He gets a clue token, so we'll put a clue token by him. Unfortunately though, a monster appears. So we have to figure out a place to put that monster. So he'll get to take this card as a trophy, and we replace that card. And let's look at it where it is. Now if there's no white space on any of these cards, which they're not, you still have to put a monster on there. So the way you do it is you pick another monster, which we'll do, and we'll have to put it somewhere. And we'll go ahead, and this monster's kind of nasty. You can either get a terror or a skull. It's a mummy. And we'll put this next to this skull right here. So now you got to get all that to beat that monster. Okay. Now, what I forgot to do was, after Jenny Barnes' turn, the clock moves 15 minutes. And now Vincent Lee went, so the clock moves another 15 minutes, and now it'll be Jenny Barnes' turn, and she'll get to go now. Okay, now also what we have Vincent Lee's special ability, and it says once per day at the start of any player's turn, which is now Jenny Barnes' turn, Vincent can cause any one investigator of his choice, including himself, to regain 1 stamina. Well, he's going to cause Jenny to regain 1 stamina, so that'll put her back at 3. And now she has to figure out where she wants to go. When we try to need to do something easy. She's alright on sanity. So what we'll do is we'll do this card, the True History. And let her roll. Alright, let's see what we got here. We got 3 investigation, 2 scrolls. Alright, so we did get 2 scrolls, so we can put that there, and plus we have to lose 1 sanity now in order to beat that block, and so she did. And now we need 3 investigation and 1 scroll. And we, dang, did not get it. We were so close. Okay, well what Jenny can do now is she can do what they call focus. She can take this scroll, put it on there, and focus it onto that. She still has to lose 1 more die because she did not make a roll, and hope we get 3 investigation out of this. And we got 2. Ah, dang. Looks like Jenny's going to be the crapper of the game here. Alright, so we're left with 1 die. Come on, 3. Oh, so close. Well, Jenny, you botched that up. And the penalty for losing that card is a Doom token goes on the Doom track. So this guy's already got 2 Doom tokens on there. And then we move the clock 15 minutes. Okay. So now it's Vincent Lee's turn. Now Vincent's doing some better luck. So, you know what, Vincent? I think he should, Vincent's not doing that bad. But he's going to lose 2 sanity at the end of this turn. But this door right here, so there's a penalty. It says at midnight, which will be right after his turn, add 3 Doom tokens to the Doom track if there are any monsters in play. Well, there's a monster in play right here. So he either needs to beat this one, or he either needs to beat this one. And if he beats that one, another monster is going to come in play. So he needs to try to get this one right here. And this one has a special thing. It says discard all die showing terror results if you roll a terror and not successful. So he's going to fight this one. Now he's got a red die, and this is what he's going to use. He's going to add a red die to his thing. I hope we get some good stuff here. Well, it looks like we kind of did. We have a skull and 3 investigation, which is good. So we're going to put that right there. Alright, so we were successful, so we don't have any penalty. Let's roll. I should have focused that wild. Oh, I should have focused that wild. Can you believe that? All investigations. Alright, well, he has a clue token. And what a clue token lets you do is re-roll any or all dice you want in that roll. So he's going to spin that clue token and just basically re-roll all the dice. Clue tokens come in very handy. Alright, what do we get? We got 2 terror and a skull. Alright. Okay. So what we have to do is we're gonna... He has a spell. This thing right here. So we can put one of these terror dice on that spell. He's also going to be able to focus one of these dice, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to focus that skull right there, and we're going to have to discard 1 die. So we got to get this roll with these 2 dice right here. If not, he just lost that one. And he didn't get it. Oh my goodness. Boy, this is terrible. This is awful. So, that was a total bust. The monster's still there. He lost the spell. And he has to pay a sanity and a stamina. So he pays 1 sanity. And he pays 1 stamina, which leaves him with 4. And now the clock moves 15 minutes to midnight. And of course, this penalty add 3 doom tokens to the doom track if there are any monsters in play. And since he failed this adventure, this thing goes. We discard this monster, and we put 3 doom tokens on the doom track. 1, 2, 3. And we got to add a monster now because of one of those doom tracks things had a monster on it. So we got a monster, and we're down to 4 cards. This maniac's not so bad. So let's put this maniac. We'll put him right here. Right there on that. Alright. And now we have to do a new Mythos card. And it says, add 1 doom token to the doom track. Well, this is not going well. Now I can already tell we're going to lose this game. Alright. Then it says, all adventure cards have 1 additional sanity penalty today. And then, of course, we have this old Mythos card where investigators lose 2 sanity. So Vincent Lee just lost 2 sanity, and she lost 2 sanity, which leaves her with 3. So we're not looking good. So it's going to be Jenny Barnes' turn now. Okay, well, Jenny, she's going to have to do all or nothing here. We're going to have to try to beat this thing right here. She needs some help, so let's go for it. She's going to roll the green die here. And what do we get? Alright, let's see what we got. We got investigation and 3. Alright, so we have a scroll and 3 investigation, and we will put that there, and she'll have to lose 1 sanity, which leaves her with 2. So she rolls again. Alright, we have 2 scrolls. So we're successful there, so she loses another sanity because of that -1 sanity penalty. And now all we need is 1 skull. Come on. Come on, skull. Ugh. Alright, last chance. 1 skull. You gotta be kidding me. Oh my gosh. Well, that's terrible. And of course, the penalty for messing that up is a doom token on the doom track. So we put another doom token on the doom track. Another monster's going to get added. This game is just going so horrendous. I don't think I've ever played a game this bad, to be honest with you. We'll put it on this one right here. Oh my goodness. And of course, to move the clock 15 minutes. She failed this one. That card's taken out. And of course, all adventure cards have an additional -1 sanity penalty. And she just lost her last sanity. So she is dead. Now, in this game, I suppose you can play where if you don't finish, you can bring in a new adventure, but I don't do that. I play with what adventures I have, and if they die, we lose the game. And so it's up to Vincent Lee. He's going for broke, all or nothing. And he's got to try to get something here. And he will try this one. If he rolls a terror, he has to discard a clue token if you have any. Well, he doesn't have any, so that's not going to make a big difference. So here we go. Alright, we have scroll and a 3, which is good enough, so he beats that one right there. And now we need 2 skulls. Come on, has better some luck. Come on, come on. Well, we got 1 skull, so we're gonna focus that skull there. We're gonna lose one of these die, and now hope to God we get a second skull. Oh, of course, no. All right, here we go. This is for all the marbles. Oh my God. I gotta say, I really think I need to start over, but that was terrible. Well, I think this is going to be one of the shortest videos I ever did. Well, that's Elder Sign for you. I gotta honestly say that was the worst game of Elder Sign I have ever played, and of course it would do that for the video. When it's frustrating like that, I guess this game isn't as fun as I thought it would be. But like I said, my games usually don't go like that. This was just a horrible game. I just rolled absolutely garbage this time. But you know, it's not for my fun. It's for you to see how it plays. Like I said, it plays a lot like it's somewhat a little bit like Arkham Horror, but it's a dice game. The Blessed or the Cursed dice never came into play. Now the Other Worlds card came into play, but you got the gist of how the gameplay goes. So just final thoughts on it. I like Elder Sign. I play it every now and then. If you get the Unseen Force expansion, you get a lot more of these cards here, a lot more of these cards, a lot more good guys, and a couple more ancient ones. My favorite thing about this game, honestly, are these cool tarot cards with the little artwork on the front here, and then the little saying. Like, you know, every card has a saying like this. They told me my suffering could be erased. They said they could make the nightmares end. It's beautiful. It's very, very beautiful. I really like those cards. And of course the Other World cards. The thing about the Other World cards, they usually are a little bit hard, but they have a very high reward for if you do them, if you're able to beat them. And these are like, you know, the Dreamlands and all the other places like that. So, in conclusion, Elder Sign's a fun little dice game. If you got about 30 minutes to 45 minutes to play, this game didn't even take that long. You would probably play another one. But you see how easy the gist of it is. The rules are easy. And, you know, if you got some extra money to spend and you like Arkham Horror, then this will be a game for you to get. If you like dice games, this will be a fun game for you to get. I recommend it. So this is SoloGamer signing off. I'll see you next time, and next time when we play Elder Sign, we're going to be using different heroes and a different ancient one, and God, I hope I roll a hell of a lot better than I did this time. So see you then. Bye.